Shit. Everyone, it's Randy. Adam's behind the camera. You know what this is? The Dirt Ninja. Yeah, so this is Tom, Dirt Ninja. Tell us a little bit about who you are.
Name's Tom. Run the Dirt Ninja YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram pages. Own a small excavation business up in New Hampshire, and get to play on some cool toys here at the show.
So we're doing this, as you've seen, we've done a bunch of ConExpo live videos. We're outdoors, we don't have any signal, so we're gonna try, and this is almost live, we're gonna go upload this later. But we thought we'd visit with Tom. I've seen Dirt Ninja videos, God, since we started our channel. He's got such amazing content, but he also works a lot with EngCon. So we're gonna come out and he's gonna show us some stuff over here. So
yep.
Let's check it out.
Check it out. The tilt rotator, and this one's made by EngCon. So the piece in the middle there, it tilts and it rotates. That's why it's called tilt rotator. And then it has a quick hitch on the bottom, which right now is running a plate compactor, and it also has a quick hitch on the top. So you have that, your regular normal excavator quick coupler at the top, and then the tilt rotator is actually an attachment. So you have like an attachment on an attachment. So you'll see he's gonna drop that plate compactor right now, and he's gonna hook up to another attachment, so we'll see what he picks up. But the really cool thing about EngCon is they make their own quick oil system, which is called EC oil, so you can see it on the side of the tilt rotator there. So if you just notice, he just disconnected that plate compactor, which is hydraulically hooked up, without ever getting out of the machine.
Yeah.
And now he's hooking into a bucket. He's got a nice little 2-foot cable bucket here. So as you see, you can change between attachments in about 10 seconds or less. So this particular one has a grabber on the back. So that's the little pincher on the back. It's called an integrated grabber. One of the most useful things on one of these tilt rotators is one of those. You find so many little uses for it. We don't chain our compactors anymore. We're just picking them up with those. You can, if you get really good at it, you can actually even grab pipe. So if you're just only got 2 guys and you got 1 guy in a trench and 1 guy in the machine, you can actually grab your pipe and lower it down into him, that rather than one of you climbing out of the machine, or if he's got to climb out of the trench. So again, he's switching back. We'll see what he hooks up to again. So okay, so he might hear. There you go. Perfect. He must have heard me. Is that gonna make a difference? So you can see, obviously, like any other machine, once you get the touch and finesse with it, you can kind of figure out how to use it.
So are you doing that with a thumb? How's he do the rolling?
Yeah, so you do have to replace the joysticks in the machine, because obviously you have way more functionality, so your regular joysticks in a regular machine is not going to work. So when they come out and do the install, they actually replace your joysticks. And there's some in the booth that we could check out if you wanted, but they have rollers, thumb rollers. They have back rollers for your index finger and ring finger. This is a log grapple.
You don't run these all the time on your machine, do you?
Yeah.
You do?
Yep. So
does it take a while to learn?
So if you have run a tilt bucket before, it's really not that much. You're just adding the spin. So I would say within 2 days you can get decent at it, and then it's going to take you at least 2 months to get really proficient, because what a lot of people don't realize is the bucket only tilts 45 degrees, but you can actually get it to go full 90. So it's figuring out how to position, because you have to also work with your regular scoop and dump function of your bucket. So as you play with that, you know, if you have your bucket sideways, you actually have to tilt to dump it. So it's wrapping your mind around how to actually use it. That's crazy. If you're sick and tired of running an excavator, it makes it fun again.
Yeah. So let's go look at that. I want to see a joystick.
Want to see a joystick? Yeah. You can go in the booth here. Right here. So you can see rollers, all the different buttons, and then here's the rollers on the backs that I was talking about. So when they set this up in your machine, you can have them set it up however you want. And anything electronically controlled in the machine can be programmed into these buttons. So your horn, you can put your windshield wipers.
Part, right.
Exactly. Windshield wipers, radio station, radio mute. If you run grade control like I do, you can program all the grade control buttons into here. So it's like totally customizable. And see how they're kind of like ergonomic? So you have to, a lot of people run an excavator like this, right?
Yeah.
But you have to change, in order to use all the functionality, you have to change your style. So they put in these nice hand rests and everything. So it's pretty cool.
That's insane though. I just don't know. That'd take a lot to learn. Talk louder. Talk louder? I couldn't hear anything you just said. Sorry.
This is
I said it'd be
live.
tough. Yeah. Let's look live. Let's go over and check what else they're doing.
Other attachments over here if you want to check them out. So you had the other grapple that we saw earlier is the log grapple, so that closes completely around on itself. So this is a demo and sorting grapple. So they touch. So you still have the hole in the middle, so it's better for demolition because you can actually like pick up literally a piece of 1-inch pipe if you wanted to. This is a sweeper attachment. We saw them using the plate compactor. And then they actually have a set of forks over there, which is pretty neat, and they hydraulically adjust left to right.
I think we had several people comment in Europe, these are like the standard.
Yeah, they're kind of hard to find a machine without one of these in Europe.
So why do you think that? Why is it not here as much?
I think Europe's already had the struggles that we have with finding good labor. So they've been dealing it for a lot longer than we have, and they've created if you notice, every tilt rotator manufacturer is from Sweden. It's from Europe. So it's, they're kind of, in my opinion, very much ahead of us in their attachment, and not just for excavators, just wheel loader attachments and all different attachments, backhoe attachments, for all their equipment over there to save time and labor. So, and it's kind of cool to finally see it catching on here.
So it's really cool. So he comes out here and he works with them. So he doesn't do any like paid sponsorship. So what I love about the Dirt Ninja is he is really, what you believe in, right? Like the stuff, he only works with products he likes.
Yeah.
So that's what's really cool. I respect that a lot about him, that he'll come out and just give his time. What's your favorite video on your channel?
My favorite
Beer
one?
Bottle one?
Yeah, probably.
That's, I think, my very first video I saw. He does something where he like, what do you do exactly on it?
We stacked 2 empty beer bottles. They were not full, don't worry. Stacked them right up, and then put a golf ball on top of it. So what'd you use? It was a mini excavator with a thumb. Yeah, so that was really my first video that like went big, and that's what made my channel kind of explode.
Yeah.
So really
that's how I found it. Yeah, we'll link to that video. It's really, really cool. Check out. He's got some really, really cool stuff. So what else we got out here?
So these 2 machines, if you guys actually want to hop on one, you can once they're freed up. But these are 2 demo machines, so they're just letting anybody at the show on them. My guess is there's probably a pretty good line because they have been stacked up for the entire show.
There's a line for these ones, right?
Yeah, I think so. So you can see even on a really small one, you can still get the little pincher on the back. So they can go, I believe they make anything at Tilt Rotator for anything from 1.5 tons up to 33 ton machine. So pretty wide range. What?
I got a 34 ton.
You're out of luck. Just take a couple track pads off and get it under.
Yeah, fair enough. So how do you train? Do you have a recommendation for training? And so when someone gets, is there a training program? Like how would you recommend?
No,
getting it in, just playing with it?
Just get in and play with it. It's just like anything else, with operating, it's all about seat time. So the more seat time you have, the better you're going to be.
Do you know, the intelligent controls on like a Komatsu,
Yep.
Will they integrate to those?
They will. Yep. And actually all of the tilt rotator manufacturers, including EngCon, work with all the grade control like Trimble, Topcon, and Leica. Those are really the 3 big ones. So they all are integrated. So if you're running a grade control system, it'll work with that. It'll actually show on the screen when the bucket's backwards. It's still full grade. Trimble and EngCon are working together, and they have autos. So when you program a cross slope in for your bucket, say 1%, you can actually hit a button and it will automatically put the tilt rotator at 1%. Even if your machine is like this, it'll level it back out to 1%. So there's a lot of integration and a lot of other, I think a lot of companies are seeing the benefits of this, and they're starting to work with it because they are gaining popularity a lot.
He's picking up little cones with these.
He's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I have 3 machines, and I only have 1 EngCon, but it can switch between those. And normally you have to take the stone and dump it, and it all falls away from the foundation. This, you just put it out and sprinkle it exactly how you want. There's no raking or very little hand work, and you just kind of move on. So
I was asking him just, they're fairly costly systems, but he says you make up for it, would you say in less than a year?
Yeah, we did the math on ours, and so our system for our machine, which is a 20-ton machine, was about 65 grand installed with 2 buckets. And we did the math, and we figured it was paid off in a year and a half. So
just because they're so efficient, right?
They're so efficient, it saves so much labor. It basically eliminates 1 labor from your job. And I always tell people, 65 grand sounds like a lot, but would you give me 65 grand and I told you in a year and a half I'm going to give it back to you, and then you'll make money every day after that?
Sure.
You'd probably do that, right?
Sure.
So why wouldn't you do it with the attachment?
It sounds good. It's just like you've got to believe in that.
Right. That's very true.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You guys get your fix here. Everyone see everything they want to see. So again, check out Dirt Ninja on YouTube. He's huge. He's got an awesome channel. Thanks for having us out here today.
Oh yeah.
No fist bump.
Coronavirus.
So see you guys.